Hello and welcome back. In this previous video, we are discussing about the inheritance. I want to tell you one more thing here that you can also call the constructor of the parent class in the child class. Like I'm going to type here in the parent class, I'm going to pass the parameters in the uh, parent class constructor. I type here string n and string c for color and change it here with name, sorry, n, and here with the C. Okay, so now I'm going to create the constructor of the child class. I type here dog, and now I'm going to type here super. Now I'm going to pass it through the string, so I type here line, and in second parameter I pass an argument. I pass basically the orange. You can say orange, and here I change the statement and type name concatenation name, and here color and color. So now if I run this program, you see color is orange and name is line. In this way you can also call the constructor of the parent class in your child class. I hope you understand. Now in this presentation you can see the multi-level inheritance. The first one is P, which is parent class, and you have a middle class in between parent class and child class, that is intermediate subclass. A parent has child class and the child class has further child class. This is called the multi-level inheritance. And the middle one class is called the intermediate subclass. Parent class, intermediate subclass, and then child class. So let's create a program for multi-level inheritance in our NetBeans. So here first of all I am going to create a class with the name electronics. I type here class electronics. Just for an example I am creating this class. And in this class I am going to type the instance variables. So I type here, now this time I am going to create all the instance variables private. So I type here private string name and private int price. Okay, I have two instance variables in my first class, which is a parent class with the name electronics. And now I am going to create a getters and setters for these variables. So I type here void set name string name and this dot name equals to name and string get name return name and void set price int price. This dot price equals to price and int get price and return price here. So I have created the getters and setters for my instance variables in this class. Now if you are confused with this thing here, that don't get confused with that, we will just cover this and super in our next video. Now this thing basically denotes that the name which is present in this class. We will definitely cover this in our next video. So now I have created the getters and setters for my two instance variables here. Now I am going to create a child class of the electronic class. So I type here class fans. Now fans is basically electronic device. So I type here fans extends electronics. Now definitely fans extends electronics, and that's make a sense here. So now I am going to create one additional instance variable here. I type here private string airspeed, just for an example, airspeed, This is the instance variable here. Now I am going to create the getter and setter for this variable. I type here void set air speed and string airspeed, and this dot airspeed is equal to air speed, and string get air speed return air speed. Now I have created one additional variable in the child class, that is airspeed. Now in the next class I am going to extend the fans class. So I type here class, you can say water fan extends fan, and water fan extend fans also make a sense here. So in this class I am going to create one additional variable here. You can create anything here, like I type here private string. You can type anything here. I type here just like water capacity, just anything here. Now I'm also going to create the getter and setter for this instance variable here. So I type void set water capacity, and I type here string water capacity, and this dot water capacity equals to water capacity. Now I'm going to create the getter here, get water capacity. I'm just going to return water capacity. Okay, so I have created basically three classes here. The first one is parent class, that is electronics, in which I have created the two instance variables and getter and setters. And the variables are names and the price, just simple. Then I have created the child class fans that extends electronics, and in that class I have created one additional instance variable, that is airspeed, and again the getter and setter for the airspeed. Then I have created the child class of the fans class, which is water class, and that extends the fans class. And in this class I have created one additional variable, that is water capacity of that fan. The water fan class has access to all the members of its parent class. What is parent class here? Fans class. The water fans can access all the members of the fans class, but not the private members here. And then the fans class has ability to get all the members of the its parent class but not the private members. So water fan has access to both the fans class and the electronic class. So let's create a object of water class in our main function. So I type here water fan f1 equals to new water fan. I have just created the object of the water fan here. And now I'm going to take the input from the user to set the all things of the fan. So I type here system dot out dot println, enter name of fan. Okay, now I'm going to use the scanner class here, scanner s1 equals to new scanner and system dot in. Now I'm going to import the scanner class here, and then string name equals to s1 dot next, and I'm going to copy this code and paste it here and change here, enter price of fan, and s2 as 2. Also, I'm going to change it with next int and the name with the price here, and also change data type, that is int. Okay, so I'm going to paste it once again and type here enter airspeed and s3. Now airspeed is also a integer variable. I change it with int here, basically int and int. Also change it to int. Okay, so next int, and also change it with the fan speed. Okay, now I'm going to paste it once again here and type here enter water capacity and s4. This is also an integer here, so I type here capacity. Also change its data type from int and also change it here. This is also an integer variable, so int and int. Okay, I have already created the object of the water fan class here, and now I am going to pass all these values to the members. Now I type here f1. Now keep in your mind that we have only created two methods in our water fan class, and we are allowed to access all the members of its parent class. So when I type here f1 f1 dot, now I can access all the members of its parent class. First of all, I'm going to set the name dot set name and type here name, and then f1 dot set price, then f1 dot set airspeed, then f1 dot set water capacity. So in this way you can apply the inheritance, make your code more easier and more comfortable. You don't have to write one thing again and again. I hope you understand. Now I'm going to print all these values on the screen. So I type here system dot out dot println. First of all is name. I use the f1 dot get name. Okay, I'm going to correct it here. Now I'm going to copy this line and paste it 3 times here. I change here price, f1 dot get price. Now I have to access the air speed, so I type here get air speed, and then the water capacity, get water capacity. Okay, so when I run this program, you see a message enter name of the fan. I type here Royal. Enter the price. I type here 500. Enter airspeed. I type here 60. Water capacity 10 liter. And you see all the values on your screen. This is a very simple example. The purpose of creating this example is just to make you understand that how inheritance basically works. You can create child class from the parent class, and then you can access all the members of the parent class. In this way you can reuse the previous code in your child class. So this is the power of the inheritance that you have to apply in your projects and in your codes. I hope you understand about the multi-level inheritance. In next video, we will discuss about the hierarchical inheritance. So that's it for this video. I will see you in next video.